about a car length further than it should be.
I mean, we have some camera platforms. I know Phil's wants us to put more capabilities to actually look into tunnels and look at the end of the platforms to kind of see those kind of things and other things.
Yeah.
Just see beyond, just know what's going on.
I mean, you had one, was it yesterday? Where they were off the platform?
I saw a picture, but I don't know.
Yeah. And
There was a slip slide issue yesterday
Yeah,
where they
that's
went
what
past
they-
the platform.
that's
Few
what was
cars.
reported, it was slip slide.
A lot of those instances are reported, by the way.
Well, we're reporting them ourselves.
Yeah.
We get that information and then we issue an advisory to all the engineers.
Right.
That there are slippery conditions and first we advise them of it and then we are reviewing whether or not we need to
but
slow
the
down
crews
the
do.
trains.
The crews actually report. There's a high. Well, there's a lot of reports of that. I mean, it's as far as the number of trains we have, it isn't a lot, but there are, a number of incidents that go. I mean, I saw the report. That's all I can say. I mean, it's part of the close call reporting system. That's all I'm going to say. Just because apparently it's confidential.
As
so.
far as conductors, I know it's not, and the engineers, and it's kind of a little bit out of your control, but if you can remind that major complaints, again, they're not announcing this is the such train, this is the stops they're making before the doors are closed. So if someone's on the wrong train, they don't know that until after the doors are closed. They used to do it routinely. This is the Oyster Bay line, stopping and so on. So before the doors close, we've seen at least an increase of complaints of people, of them doing it. I know you can't make it happen, but if there's a way you can pass along, and we will too.
So
union, but
I
as well.
know that communication is a big thing, and I've been on trains where communication is dramatically improved,
Yes.
and then I've been on some trains where I know we could still do better. I am trying to find a way to supplement what our conductors do because every conductor has a different approach. It almost seems like, and I don't want to give up because we need to find a way to make this happen, but to rely on everybody to deliver the message the same way is a challenge. And I think every railroad's facing it because when you look at complaints about communication, it's not just the Long Island Railroad, it's Metro-North, it's New Jersey Transit, it's Amtrak, and so I have the team trying to find a way to provide real-time information directly to the customer in a different manner. It's premature for me to really say how I'm going to do that, but the intent is to supplement what our conductors do because I know there's a train I get on and the Port Jefferson and the conductors are constantly announcing this is not the train to Montauk, that's the one that's following, etc. And so on certain trains it's abundant and frequent until the doors are closed. And then others, I may hear one, but I may not hear it frequently. The whole thing with information as you approach Jamaica, I think, even when we have incidents, some are great, and I get some shout-outs for some people, and then others, people are saying they're not hearing it. And, some of that is, in some of our older fleet, even our speaker system is a challenge. So, I'm trying to find a way to take advantage of the fact that the majority of people have this and get them the information they're looking for. And it's doable, it's just a matter of getting it developed.
Guys?
And the next capital plan, there had been some talk for a while about building a new station on 110 Republic. Is that gone, or is
Funny you should
that a
ask.
pipe dream of somebody's, or?
No, actually, it was, we had task force, instead of Schumer, but we had a task force on that.
Because I remember there was
And
discussion,
the
and
problem,
it just kind of dropped
but the
off.
problem is that the property that's there is toxic and has to
Oh.
has to be, would have
Yeah,
to-
well, that
so
Fairchild
all that has to be
Miller or
done
whatever
first
it
before you
was.
can even think about
And
this.
the town was doing their planning process and they just pulled it a few months ago. It was in the news, so they have to start over with just to redevelop that. But that's a value captured. Like in the past, we would have said we're going to build it, but now it has to be part of a plan, and somebody has to provide some funding because.
Isn't that part of the 110 corridor,
Yeah.
north-south,
Yeah,
SPS?
That was the whole
BRT.
idea too, you
Right.
drop off and then catch a bus
Drive
going.
by there, look at that, look, it's there.
Oh, it's a disaster, oh, yeah. It's-
So we met with the town, we told them that we're certainly ready to sit down at any time with them and any developer that has interest. But we did say that it needs to be a value capture opportunity.
That's understood, that's,
Did the developer from across the mall across where the movie theater had considered at one point, but they dropped it?
I mean, we only have space for the platforms and staircases. we need to connect to something, so it has to be part of something else.
Yeah.
You need parking, you need other things, so.
And grounds that isn't toxic.
Yeah.
First step.
That could be part of a brownfield recapture grant mechanism that,
And there's multiple property owners there too, like that contaminated stuff, some is the state, I think, some is the county, there's some private land, it's like.
Do you have anything you want to request of us that we can help you with, and we can help?
No, I mean, I think these are very valuable from my perspective, because your feedback's important. We do need your support in terms of making sure that, you know, one of my goals is to demonstrate that investment in the Long Island Railroad is a good thing, and I'm trying to show how we're trying to better manage our funds and make wise decisions. And I'm trying to say how, you know, even double track was an example that we can deliver early, and we can deliver within a budget, and that our needs are great too. And I'm still going to try and improve on-time performance, but that doesn't mean we're out of the hole and out of the dark, and that we don't need investment. And you know, my case and, you know, the whole program I put together that still has to be worked out with headquarters is we have a lot of needs. We've done a lot of things over the year, but the island is growing faster than we could keep up, and that's why our service is the way it is. We are stretched to the point where we don't have the luxury of a mishap. Those mishaps just rapidly degrade everybody's ride. In the past, where the ridership was different, you know, we could overcome something. But now, it's at the point where the investments that are ongoing are critical, but we need more than
This week
those.
alone, there have been delays every day, 30, 40 minutes of some lines. Is there an overall, I mean, what's the plan of attack? Is it signal problems? Is it age? Is it?
Well, the other
what do you
day was
find
Port
out?
Washington. Unfortunately, it was the cold weather. We had a break in the rail. The only thing I will say is that the crews got to it relatively quickly. But did it hurt the whole morning rush? It hurt the morning rush. There was a signal issue, I think, in Queens Village as well, and that hurt too. But I will say that our October numbers are, they're not final yet, the team's reviewing it, but they're better than September. And that shows that we are continuing to move in the right direction. And then as we get back into, you know, we're going to work through the holiday season where we're going to have increased service, which adds challenges to us. But, you know, as we get through the winter, and that'll unpredictable, you know, next year when we push for more funding and more work, and I need to do a better message that, you know, we're getting work done, but even when we provide those outages, it actually, it makes incidents even that more challenging for us, because we don't have the flexibility that we would have without doing any work. You know, the key really is to just keep moving people. Even if we have an incident, we want to be able to move people. So for instance, and you know, this is something I wouldn't say in a public forum, but there was I think a trespasser strike along the Ronkonkoma branch a week or two ago, and you know, the fact that we have double track meant we were able to continue to move. You know, so those types of things, the investment's making a difference. And yes, we're going to slow things down, even in the fall. I've told the team, if it's not safe to drive at the speed and we can't hold the schedules, then we need to slow down the trains, because I can't live with flat wheels and having insufficient fleet, right? So those are delays that we will take willingly. And then the other ones are challenging. So for instance, the other night we had we had the track circuit issue out of Atlantic Terminal that created, you know, cancellations, delays. And then the whole other question then is, what do we start doing about the connection to Jamaica, right? Do we start letting them go, or do we hold them? And I think that's, you know, that's a sensitive thing, because if it's close enough within a certain time, we're going to hold it, because we want those people to get their transfer. But at the same time, if holding is going to back up everything else, we've got to let it go. You know, so there's times where we will intentionally have delays, because that's the right thing to do for the customers. But there are other times where we're just going to have to move them.
What about any Amtrak work that's going on that's going to affect the railroad? We need to know about?
You know, when they finished track 18, they had some other work that they wanted to come back on 18. We got them to push that off until January, I believe. They do have some work this weekend, next week, but nothing that is major. But we are sitting down with them about the whole 2019 program. And we're trying to work through what they're looking to do, because there will be service changes as a result of their work. They're still doing state of good repair. I mean, we told them we need to know as early as possible so we can message and we can plan and work through it, because not only that, you have Eastside Access, you have Moynihan, and you have other needs that we want to do that are all fighting for the same limited track outages. So yeah, they're cooperating with us. I think with them the challenge is just as anything is fully having the right amount of people on everything to make sure they finish their task. They had a few in August where they were running late and we were, we were impacted. There was a few that they went out with an announcement apologizing to our customers, which, I don't know if that helps the customers, but at least it means I don't have to point the finger at them. But then that also means that they're realizing that they've got to step up. And they've been. We've been meeting monthly with their chief engineer. We've been meeting monthly with their VP of operations. And they've been really supportive of working through the different needs. But they do have a lot of work planned for next year that we have to figure out. What's our service plan, and how do we mitigate it for the customers, and how do we message it? So.
Is that weekend family thing over now, for $1 for?
Not yet.
November 11th, I think, is the last weekend.
Did you use it?
I did.
Oh, good.
I did use it. It was very nice.
You should
And,
do a poster.
I know some people say that's not what they want, but I think if it's something we could do that's not hurting us, even the loyalty program, we're not spending money to do it. These companies are offering discounts to our monthly ticket holders at their, it's discounts they're offering, so why wouldn't we take advantage of it and let our customers save some money?
Whoever wants to do it, yeah, it's not, right, it's not, and there's no negative impact, so why not do it?
So what we're
Yes.
trying to do is add value where we can. That's what the summer Saturdays was, that's what autumn weekends was. Loyalty, and loyalty is just growing. I think we're over 100 companies. We started out at 60. So in November, I'm going to report that about the loyalty program. We just signed Modell's. I think 1-800-Flowers is adding on. And we're going to continue. We're going to try not only local ones, we're going to see about getting, national companies and stuff.
Maybe,
You know what?
maybe some of the food stands in Barclays when you go to an Islander game. So a ticket and get a discount.
So
That'd
right
be-
after,
that'd be
Open
open
later
today.
than 8 o'clock.
right after the initial announcement, companies started calling us to say, how do we get in? So it's.
Well,
it's-
Long Island's a big market, we have a lot
It's
of
a
people on our
win-win.
trains.
So the other thing, and we're getting them, is we're gonna give these entities, so like if you go to Penn, when they have it, there's gonna be a sign that says Long Island Railroad Loyalty. So customers go in, don't have to remember or know, the website.
Yeah.
You could just walk in and say, oh, you're in the loyalty program, and then they could use their monthly ticket.
That'll increase the number of businesses here, I'm sure, that participate.
I'm sorry, we're gonna let people catch their trains.
No,
I'm sure
that's
if you
fine.
catch train, to catch as well, maybe.
I
Thank
told
you
them
for
to hold
coming.
it for me, no.
I'm
Been on
taking
tape.
I'm taking your train, that's all, I'm gonna go whatever it is. So thanks for coming. Will Bradley, if you can save you a little briefing you're gonna give us for next meeting, or if you wanna do something in the meantime and send it out to us, whatever's
Yeah,
best for
we can
you,
do
as to what you learned, would be great. And I'm
So,
gonna say,
one idea for the future meeting is maybe use the Mineola space. You guys
remember,
can
we have a meeting in our office,
That's it.
don't forget,
So we're competitors.
That's right, we'll do half the meeting in one, half the meeting in the other.
You go to the pizza place that's right near the train station.
So I'm gonna call officially, right? You wanna call her?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I need you for 1 second.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.